and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147. So I'm very excited to bring you today's or this month's of March launches for our shop, which you can find at addmorezest.com. So we do have a few items that are launching next Friday, the 8th of March at 9 p.m. GMT, so Greenwich Mean Time. But we do also have a few items that are new to the shop and are available to purchase now. So I thought I'd go through those first. They are primarily, well, they are cover paper. We're loving the new printed cover paper, and we have such great fun picking them. But there are quite a few themes at the moment, so we are trying to bring out ranges that celebrate different occasions throughout the year. While they are limited according to that season. So we'll start with St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is in March, so this is probably the first one that is going to go. But we have 5 papers to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. For our Irish friends, we have Irish Gold, so you get 16 sheets of cover paper in each of these in one of our reusable wallets, so you can keep your papers together. We have Green Bunting, we have Horseshoe, Clover Jars and Clover. These two are our most popular so far, however this is our first announcement for them. So shortly after St. Patrick's Day, we will adjust the stock levels to be whatever is already prepared, and once it's gone, it's gone. So say while it's a limited edition, up until St. Patrick's Day, these will be classed as, on our website, they'll be classed as unlimited, which means if you want them, you can purchase them. After St. Patrick's Day, then it will just be any stock we already have pre-prepared, and once it's gone, it's gone. So they're the 5 for St. Pat's. Then we have Easter, which of course is in April. So again, after Easter, it will just be the stock we have on hand, because we do tend to prepare these in bulk rather than on demand. It's a lot more practical that way. I'm a busy girl. So we have 5 for Easter. We have bunnies, dotty eggs, bright eggs, patterned eggs, and one we've just named Easter. Has bunnies and carrots and Easter eggs and all those pretties. Let me just grab this tub. This is what I've brought them in to my craft room in. I think I'm going to need a few of these to house my cover paper collection. These are just from IKEA, by the way. And then last but by no means least, we have spring. So this one will be available for quite a bit longer. It will cover spring, probably maybe even a little bit into summer. There will be a crossover for a bit probably while we have them both. But we had great fun picking this collection. So we have hens, which I think is absolutely adorable. So you do get 8 sheets. Then we have our simple but elegant daisies. This will actually be a nice one all year round. Red mushrooms, proving very popular actually, but they are gorgeous. We have ladybird or ladybug, depending on what you call them, but we call them ladybirds. So this one's called Ladybird on the site. Again, another a little bit more simple one, but still beautiful. Then we have bees, our buzzing bees, and blue butterfly garden. So this has got a mixture of flowers and butterflies. You can see all the images on our website. So they are all available to purchase now. And there will be, for launch, these will currently be on unlimited stock. So if you want items from our limited edition, which I'm about to go through, then there will be stock available. So no need to panic buy if you prefer to combine shipping. I like to let you know what is standard and what isn't. Keeping on the theme of cover paper for a moment, we have a new stock item to bring with you. Now this will only be launching on the 8th. We are offering 5 sheets of A4 cover paper or release paper, depending on what you want to call it. This is single-sided, so it is the same that we use to produce our cover paper, and this will allow you to print your own designs if you want to. So out of one of these sheets, if you use the exact 7.5 by 10 that we do, you should be able to get 6 sheets out of one sheet of this paper. It really does depend on how your printer does it. So if we go for 6, it's not so much this way, I think it's this way. So it's more of an exact this way to get 6, but that really does depend on how close you can get your printer to print down the side. But yeah, you will get quite a few sheets out, and who's to say you have to cut them that size? It is completely up to you. But this is 5 sheets in A4 size. Due to the way we get our cover paper to enable us to be able to produce and print our designs, we're not able to do this in 8.5 by 11. Unfortunately, the sizing is just not something that we can do. However, if you normally use 8.5 by 11 paper, you should be able to set documents or your printer to A4. Because we can set ours to 8.5 by 11. We just can't get that sizing in the paper. Practically wise, it's not suitable, because then we can't use it for printing our designs in the same way. So we've decided to bring this out in A4. You get 5 sheets per pack. You do need to print on the smooth side. Do not print on the glossy side. It will make a mess. You do need to note that if you are printing at home and if you are using an inkjet printer, you may get a bit of a different finish, and you may find if it gets wet, the ink will run. Do bear that in mind. And when I say wet, you know, it's paper. We're not talking taking it in the bath, but we are talking wet hands, drops of water, things like that. You do need to bear in mind if you are printing with an inkjet printer, you may experience that. Ours are printed on a laser printer, so you won't experience that in the same way. I think if you've got any questions, do ask. We will do our best to answer. But for those that have the ability to print their own and maybe have a particular design that they want to do, this is an option for you. Otherwise, we will keep bringing out amazing cover paper designs because we're having a ball. And on that basis, we have a collection for March. So our cover paper per month is, again, it is a limited edition. We will have the stock as unlimited until the end of March, and then we will change the stock to reflect whatever we have on hand, and once it's gone, it's gone. So February at the moment only shows what we have left on hand, and we have brought out March. So we do have a bit of a green theme with March, a few different varieties, and you'll see why when I bring over the trays. But we have green spots, a little bit camouflagey maybe. We have olive branch, gorgeous little olives on there. We have pink butterfly leaves. We have gardening for anybody that enjoys a spot of gardening, and then we have green swatches. So say they're our limited edition for February, and that is to go with our trays for this month, which is this gorgeous olive green. Now we have not done this colour before, so we have brought it out in both sizes. So we have this in the Add More Zest size and in the Zesty size, depending on which one you prefer. And we do have a little trash tray for you to pop your used drills in. We do offer this as a bundle or as separates. The bundle is just more, it's easier for you to add to your carts. More than anything, it just means you can just click and add them all at once. This is limited. When the quantity that we have is gone, it's gone. So it is limited stock for this, and it's also limited for our pen of the month, which you can choose to get plastic tips with or not. But we've actually gone for the Easter theme for this one. So we have a pen with these gorgeous Easter eggs. So it does sort of team up with our Easter cover paper a little bit. But we did want to, on occasion, we do like to have a bit of more of a themed for the season pen. So this one is gorgeous little eggs in a resin pen. As I say, you can choose to get plastic tips or not. This too is a limited edition. So we have a certain quantity of the trays and the pens, and once they're gone, they're gone. The print cover paper you can print on yourself is stock, and the other cover papers are limited, but according to time. So if you're placing your order, you will be able to get those until either the event is over or the month is over, and then it will just be whatever stock is left is available. So all of these will launch on Friday the 8th of March at 9 p.m. GMT, and that is detailed on the website, so you can convert your time zone in Google. And our St. Pat's, Easter and spring cover paper is available now and will be available when all of this releases as well. So they're all our new items. We have many exciting new items coming over the next few months, some which will be stock, so they will appear on the website throughout the month, but I'll give you a rundown when we announce the limited, and of course some that are limited. The only other thing to note, which I haven't announced on YouTube yet, but we're getting a lot of Advent things coming in at the moment for our Advent calendar for 2024, and we are trying to clear just that little bit of space, just the last little bits of things. So we do have an extra 20% off our sale and clearance sections up until the 10th of March at 12 p.m. well, just sorry, 11:59 p.m. On the 10th of March. That's our time. So the code is SALE20. It is on the website. It is detailed on the website for you. And that code, I say, will give you an extra 20% off our sale and clearance. But then that will end and the sale section will be gone. We will still have clearance for things that are going completely, but our sale section will go the day after that as well, when I get round to actually clicking on the buttons. But the coupon code will expire at 11:59 GMT on the 10th. So if you want to grab yourself some sale bargains when grabbing these new items, you can. Of course, stock dependent, but you will be able to grab some items on launch with that code if you want. I think I've covered everything, trying to make sure I've covered everything that's released and is going to be released, without covering, of course, anything that I know is coming up. But it's going to be a very exciting year for Add More Zest. We've had some amazing suggestions of things that people want. in our Facebook group in a post I popped up on there, and I'm very happy to say that quite a few posts that have been put up are things we are actually in the works of purchasing and stocking and things as well. So very exciting that we are hitting the nail on the head on quite a few things, but also got some ideas of further things that we can stock. But yeah, that is the selection for today. Do let me know in the comments down below what is your favourites. Do also let me know if there is anything that you want to be able to see. We can't necessarily cover everything, but we will definitely try and cover whatever we can, because at the end of the day, it's you guys that keep the shop going, so we'd love to be able to stock things that you want to be able to see. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.